Top of the day. Top of the day. It's your boy Snaxx. Go ahead and grab yourself a snack. You feel me? Grab yourself a drink. Oh, I got some Gatorade today. Sponsor me. Cause we about to critically think on this episode of Snack Time. Hey, I'm taking a sip. Gatorade. Sponsor me. Or Powerade. Dang, is this how you even get a sponsorship, cuz? If I sit here and I say Gatorade, but then I also say, you know what? Whichever one wanna sponsor me, sponsor your boy. But right now, Cool Blue Gatorade. Can't go wrong with it. Boy, I'm acting like Shannon. I don't know if y'all watch Undisputed, but that boy Shannon's a fool, y'all. He's a fool. Boy be out here getting drunk. I want to do that one day. Not get drunk, but be like Shannon, bro. He literally go onto set, that's his job, career if you want to call it. But he goes there and gets drunk sometimes. Like, that man done went drunk. He done got drunk on set. I'm pretty sure he went drunk or hungover. Pretty sure he went to the set high one time too. So it's like, bro really just be out here living. That's, salute to, hey, Unc, Shannon. Hey, you a motivation to the people. Like, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Can they hear me? Can the people hear me in the back? No? Well, turn your volume up. How's everybody doing today? I hope y'all are blessed. I hope y'all are having a great time. I'm glad to see y'all back here sharp at 12, at noon, at 9. I wanted to rhyme, you feel me? I really wanted to say 9 at first, but then I knew it came out at 12. So then I tried to double back and make it seem like, you feel me, I had a bar in mind, but I really didn't. It doesn't matter, y'all. But again, hope all is well. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Snack Time. Man, bro, this is something right here that personally has been hitting me lately a whole lot. And I just hope the energy that I have, the passion that I have from it, just like with all the other ones, right, as well. But I hope this passion, this energy really rubs off. This right here is dedicated to all the men out there in the world. You feel me? If you stumble across this video, also the women, no disrespect to the women that's out there, right? But for the men out there in the world, if you do stumble upon or across this video for however you did, hey, if you find us on TikTok, man, please like and share that video or tell people about it. You feel me? Be like, man, this guy Snaxx, this dude on Snack Time. Oh, excuse me. Finally got a good one. But this guy on Snack Time, he be doing this shit. Alright, y'all should tune in to him. I hope y'all do be telling people that, cause that made me feel real good. But nah, for real though, shout out to the men in this world, bro. I understand we go through a lot and don't really need no introduction or anything else. But let's really dive into this, man. This whole stigma lately, right, that's been going on. I'm pretty sure that everybody that's here done heard about Andrew Tate, done heard about Jordan Peterson and the guy that's over on that end, and the term toxic masculinity has been all out there, and just a whole lot of negative connotations behind these things. And me just being a black man in America, I feel like I have a place or my unconscious right, my God-given right to speak freely. You got a problem with that, come solve it in the back, you heard me? Behind the Snack Time poster, feel me, we got a boxing, what's the ring, you feel me? The little square. I mean, I get into the octagon with you too, MMA style. You know what I'm saying? I just really didn't do MMA because the feet, couldn't really fuck with the feet, gang. Like, the feet be kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you try to fight somebody and they kicking, man, I'm cool. But, yo, man, I'm trying to teach y'all something, right? I'm trying to ease my way into this, but there is no way to ease into this topic. You feel me? It's just the truth behind it. Man, we go through a lot, right? And I was just talking to my pops the other day. I want to say it was 2 days ago, technically 3 days ago now, I believe. You feel me? That me and my pops was talking, and I hit him up, just being real. I hit him up, very vulnerable, very much so upset. You know what I'm saying? I was on the phone with him, and I said, "Dang, pops, what is a man?" You feel me? Like me, 22 years old, asking my pop, you know what I'm saying, out the blue, 9 o'clock, just say, "Pop, what's a man? Like, how do I conduct myself as a man? And and am I less of a man that I do these things, right?" So, give you a rundown, right? I the whole let me go back to my real path. So, growing up, I will say I grew up a little bit faster than the other majority of people that's around my age, right? So my big brother, right? He's dang 36 now. I want to say right 37. That dude old. I ain't even gonna fake it. That dude old, bro. But I grew up fast. Reason why I bring up my brother and everything else is because he is a part of the reason how I grew up fast. So when I was younger, my pops, he was there in my life, and he was a prominent figure. And later on down the road, I want to say really around my middle school years, elementary he was there, but my middle school, really as soon as I hit middle school and beyond to this day, was like a prevalent type of figure in that sense, right? And that's no discredit to him. Like, I always knew who my pops was. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I always knew who my pops was. I seen him, but like I say, just a real prevalent, known force in my life that really dictated a lot was when I was going into middle school, into my life. Well, dang, was I in middle school still? I'm trying to get ages really right, because I say middle school, but at my school, middle school, or where I went to school at, dang. So when I moved out here, slow down, breathe. I gotta tell myself that sometime, y'all. Sometimes I be trying to get through everything so fast, I just gotta take time. So I used to go to Lovett Elementary. That is the first through fifth grade. It was an all private white school, probably about 100 black kids in that whole school. Ridiculous. You feel me? Now, when I came out into the Fort Bend area where I recently moved to, not in this house, but the old house, that we had elementary school all the way up to 6th grade, and the middle school was in 7th grade. So my pops was really involved in my life, like completely around my fifth, fourth, the back end of 4th grade, all the way from like 5th grade and beyond, right? So I knew my pops, right? But at the same time, it was just that prevalent. But my big brother, whenever I didn't see my pops as much, for whatever reason I didn't see him, my big brother was really there for me. You know what I'm saying? He taught me a whole lot, and he introduced me to what being a man is. Now, I know what that means, like, what is a man? And honestly, I didn't know what that was. I did not. I understood in my household what men had to do. One of the things we had to do was men had to take out the trash. No, my sister didn't take out the trash. I didn't believe no woman should take out the trash. I didn't believe women should touch the trash. You feel me? And that's how my mom raised me. We men took out the trash. We did anything that was outside. So we cut the yard. We edged the grass up. Man, I was really out here. You feel me? I was like the Mexican homies up at 6 a.m. You feel me, on that side of town when they be cutting the yards. You know what I'm saying? So salute to my SS. You feel me? Amigo, it's love over here. You feel me? Big love, all love. Salute the hustle. I'm never gonna hate that. So I understood that aspect of it, of just cutting the grass, taking out trash, anything that involved man, like outside work, cars, the clean out the garage, like all these things were just known to be a man's job, right? Fixing things was a man's job. It was anything that's in the house. If something was broken, me and my brother gonna go do it. If there's something that needed to be lifted, me and my brother gonna do it. Something that needs to be reached. Everybody's hating on my height. Yeah, you feel me? They need to be reached at the top. You feel me? My sisters call me and my brother. You feel me, home? And then eventually my brother kind of faded off, and he went into did his life, and he doing his thing. But before he did leave, he left us with, now I say he left us. Wow. He's still alive, y'all. You feel me? Don't be saying RIPs in the comment. My big bro's still alive. Feel me? But we went through all that at the same time. I had nephews and nieces. So mind you, I think I was an uncle. I'm definitely gonna be lying to y'all now. I can't even give you an age. I was a young uncle, because right now my nephew is 17. 17. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years, y'all. 5 years I'm ahead of him. So basically you could say I was an uncle at 5. You feel me? That is ridiculous. I was an uncle at 5 years old. What the fuck? Yo, that's crazy. But just naturally, I had to grow up a little bit quicker, right? I had to look after some folks. I had to make sure they ate when they came home from school or anything of that nature. And my sisters grew up fast too, as well. Now that I'm thinking about it, 'cause they had to do the same thing with me. They had to make sure I was eating and everything else. So, in a sense, our whole sibling family tree was just raising each other and take care of each other. And then I was the one, since I was the baby of the family, but at the same time, I still had to do these things. I had to still make sure that my nieces and nephews are okay. And while also my mother is trying to raise me and teach me, right, how to be a man within herself, when my father wasn't in that picture in that moment. Right? My mother was that figure where I had to, feel me, she was the man and the woman in the house, but really more so the man. I love my dukes to the death of me. For me, I love my dukes forever. I die behind her. But she was a masculine woman. You feel me? And that's just what it was. But I salute her for it, because she taught me so much. But she couldn't teach me how to be a man. Like, that was just the truth behind it. And I didn't understand it as a child. I didn't understand that she couldn't teach me to be a man. She couldn't teach me how to really, truly do that thing. You know what I'm saying? So lately I just been thinking to myself, like, how do I be a man, and like, what is a man, and everything else. And I'll be lying to you if I sat here and said I just have the answer or I just know everything. I don't. But I have a good picture or a good thought in mind of what a man is. You feel me? And so growing up, to keep going to try to fully understand me, right? So I grew up raising these people, right? And now that my brother, he's in jail now. And he wrote me a letter when I was 15. I'll never forget. He wrote me a letter at 15. He said, "Hey, little bro, I'm going to be in here for a while. I need you to raise my son like he's your own until I get out." So I took that to heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the same big brother that made me do bear crawls around my whole backyard. You feel me? The same brother that I boxed with, you feel me, played football with. Like, this was the male figure in my life, you know what I'm saying, for a decent while, who I just looked up to and who I wanted to be. So when he wrote me that, I said, hell yeah, I got you, bro. I got you whenever. You feel me? And you can only imagine, I'm 15, and at the time, then my nephew's 2. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna raise this. I'm gonna raise this kid to, you know, since my brother's liking. I did horrible, y'all. Horrible. As you could expect. The hell do y'all expect from a 15-year-old? Try to raise a 2-year-old. Like, I don't know shit myself. I don't know a damn thing. And the first thing about raising a child, okay, I didn't know how to change a diaper. I didn't know what the front or the back of the diaper was. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this shit was just foreign language to me. Didn't understand nothing that was going on. So I'm like, man, how the heck am I supposed to do this? But again, at that age, I'm not really asking no questions. I'm just, all right, cool, let's rock out. And at first, I wasn't the one raising him. Just all the way real. I told my brother I got him, but I wasn't the one raising him. That was my dukes. She was the one really getting bro out there and having bro be so. She raised a child. Like, what the fuck am I trying to explain? Like, she raised a child. Like, as she raised us, she was raising him. So it took me, I'll probably say 2, 3, what was that, 15, so 17. Yeah. Once I hit 17, 18, I was really a part of that. I was really there and I really started to do these things. And I was like, man, I got to, I got you, I got you, I got you. You feel me? My son's now 11 and I'm 22. So that means we are 22 minus 10, that's 12. Oh, 11. What the heck? Wow. Why did I not just. My fault, y'all. Don't mind me. That was crazy. So I'm 11 years apart from him. So when I was 15, dang, was he even born yet? Now I'm trying to do the math in my head, y'all. Please don't let me get like I be confused sometimes, y'all. For real, I be throwing names and dates out there and number. Now the numbers I'm trying to add up. My nephew's 11, so I'm 11 years apart from him. So when I was 11, he was 0. Now that I'm 22, he's 11. So when I was 15, I was. Dang, I don't even think he was there. Wow, what age did I get him at? I got him when he was 2. So what age was I? Oh wow, y'all. Somebody do the math in my head. I'm gonna keep going. But I know I got him when I was 2. I know that. And I know I got the letter when I was 15 or 15, 16. I know that. It had to be. That was the time he wrote it. So fast forward though, keep going, because now I'm upset at myself for not even knowing the numbers like that. That's just crazy. But I took that to heart. The regardless of the age and everything else, I took that to heart of when I really wanted to be with, and I took it serious years after. Right, like I said, it took me about 3 years. 'Cause I was raising myself, but now I truly do. I refer to him as my son. Anybody that knows me, I always say I have a son, and they ask me, like, people at school really believe I have a son, which is perfectly fine. I say I do, and I believe that is my son. I believe that is my biological son. Nobody can tell me any different. I understand that is my nephew, and he understands that I'm his uncle. He calls me Uncle Richard. You feel me? So that's not like I'm confusing him. So don't come into the comments like, you feel me? You're confusing the kid, and you're not really his dad, and don't really care for none of y'all. All right, what the heck y'all got saying? That is my son. I am his father. He looks at me as a father figure. He understands I'm his uncle, but he understands that dynamic and how much impact I have on his life and how I'm trying to raise him to be the better man and be a better man than I ever have or ever can be or ever will become. That's the whole purpose of me doing this. So I took it serious, y'all. I took it serious and I tried to understand that. But I say all that to give y'all an insight into really showing you that, bro, at a young age, I was raising kids to be better than me while I'm still making mistakes, yet still trying to not have him see those mistakes. So it's a lot going on mentally, you feel me? Because now I'm at an age where I can't mess up, even though it's okay for me to mess up. But if I mess up, I have a little homie in the back looking at me like, this is cool. You feel me? So now I gotta be on my P's and Q's and cross my T's and dot my I's because the little homie behind me is gonna do the same shit. So I'm like, dang, like what am I supposed to? Okay, so that level of stress became on to me, and I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on, bro? And I'm getting frustrated. And like I said, when I was younger, I was frustrated at Buddy Bro. Again, this is so much growth that I was upset at Buddy Bro for looking at me as a role model, and I knew on the inside I wasn't the role model. I wasn't a man. So it begs the question of what is a man, right? And y'all, I've been like even before I came on this podcast, before I set up the whole camera and everything, bro, I was thinking to myself like, what am I gonna do? Like for real, like I had no real just script in mind of I'm gonna hit XYZ points and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And I'm just like, bro, there's no real answer to this, but I'll give you my best from what I know. I believe a man is somebody who understands how to handle the most complex of situations and make the best choice for everybody that he cares for. I'll elaborate onto that. I believe a man isn't somebody that's just acting out of pure emotion. I don't believe a man is somebody that's just doing things for selfish intents. I believe a man is somebody that thinks through all of his actions and he makes the best choice that is going to benefit not only himself but his family. And if it benefits the greater good of his family, but also be a detriment to himself, he will still make that sacrifice because that was men do. Men are providers, men are also protectors and everything else, but that's not solely what a man is, right? And that's why I didn't want to come on here and give y'all the same rundown bullshit that everybody say, oh, a man protects and a man, you feel me, he provides and everything else, but it's more than that. You feel me? I was just talking to my girl about it, and I asked her, you feel me? I'm like, okay, if a man protects and provides, right? He protects, he provides, but at the same time he beats his woman. Does that mean he's a man? No, because he's not treating his woman with the utmost respect. He's not doing things that is benefiting the whole family. He's doing things that only benefits himself. And if somebody's doing that aspect, it's probably a show or a front that he wants to be a man, right? There's two different. I believe that there's boys and there's men, and then there's male and there's men, right? But there's not too many men in this world. There's a lot of boys, there's a lot of males, however you want to go about it. I'll call these little, you know what I'm saying, little boys because they're acting like kids. They don't understand that men have feelings. That's the misconception as well. People believe that men don't have feelings. We do. Men have feelings. They just don't show them the way that women show their feelings and their emotion. We have to show them a different way, or we have to process them and elaborate them, and we have to pick the time and place to show these emotions. If a man, think about it this way, a man that has no control over his emotions, that's a dangerous person. That's a dangerous man, right? Because that's where you have these pedophiles, you have these child molesters, you have rapists, you have, wow, I have rapists. What the hell? You have rapists, you have school shooters. You got all these fucked up things in the world from men that don't know how to control themselves, right? And I'm not limiting the fact that there are not other people out there, there's not other women or anything else that do these things, but a man that has no control over his emotions is so dangerous. That is a dangerous man. Because he doesn't care like that. I don't think people truly grasp that concept of how scary and how wild of a life that is to live in, of men that have no control over themselves. We're built more with testosterone biologically, so that, like, oh my, it's so much that goes into being a man than just protecting and providing. You have to understand your own self. You have to understand your emotions. You have to understand the people emotions around you. You have to understand how to read a room. Like, there's so much shit that belongs into being a man that we have to do, right? That people have no thought press about. Us as men, I'm gonna set the premise here. I'm what I do in my head sometimes, y'all, is that when I be talking, I also have a voice inside of me that is rebuttaling it, that's playing devil's advocate, that's picking flaws and holes into my argument. So then I stop myself, and then that's how I trip up over my words, because I'm thinking about ways that people can attack my argument, and I want to attack that attack. So I then rephrase it so it can't be attacked, and it's a constant chess matches in my head. But that's just what I do. That's another part about being a man, right? And I'm not saying that in a sense to degrade people. If you're not doing some of these things, I'm not saying you're less of a man than me or I'm better than you. But these are skills that I believe that every man should have. You should think about everything you're gonna say. I don't believe you should just speak. I believe everything that you do as a man should have a purpose and a reason behind it. You should not just be acting off of pure emotion with nothing else, no other foundation, but you feel this way, so I'm gonna act this way. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe no man should feel like that. I don't believe no man should do that, right? I'm not saying, men, you cannot feel a certain way. I'm not saying that y'all cannot be yourself or you cannot do that. But what I'm saying is that you cannot just purely act off emotions. That is not what makes you a man. That's not. So, right, these things happen in my head. I always play devil advocate, so I just think and I think and I think. But us as men, we have to, when we go into restaurants, we gotta always know what's around, who's going where, who's the moving pieces, where the X's are. If something happens, can I grab my family, or can I protect my girl, and can I move out the way, and can I, like, we're going through all that when we go into a public setting. You feel me? When we're walking around, we're peeping at. We go to a party, we're like, oh man, like it's so much that goes into that aspect of it. Then we go into, okay, I don't want to ask for help. That's the stigma behind it. You feel like you're less of a man if you ask for help. But that's not the case, because everybody needs somebody help. But we're so fucked up in the head to think that we're less of men if we need help. And it's just the way the society has painted it. And we have control over that, right? We have control of how we're supposed to feel and what's that and what's not. But we also understand the realization of what society and how people view it and what people are doing, right? And that's not to say that every female is like that, you know what I'm saying? Or in a sense of trying to attack men for their emotions, right? Or saying that they are doing it on purpose. But these are things that happens to men, that they don't feel safe with their emotion. They feel like if they ask for help, that is going to be thrown in their face. So it hurts them, or it hinders them to fully open up. So then they do these things where they confide only in themselves, or they hold things in, because then they understand that the only person that can hurt them is themselves. They don't want to give that power to ammunition to anybody else. So again, being a man is also being in tune with your emotions and understanding how to properly displace your emotion, and not just doing it off the pure whim of, I feel this way, so I'm gonna do it. It's so much, y'all, right? And if you're a female listening to this, I hope you understand this is just the in-depth of what's going on in your man's head. You feel me? If you are lucky and you do have a man in your life that is treating you right, alhamdulillah, subhanallah, right? I'm glad. But this is what goes on in his head, right? These things it's so tough, y'all. It's tough out here. And I'm not here for a pity party. I'm not here to be like, oh, worries me, I'm the victim, and go tell every man in your life that you love them and you support them. And man, listen, if y'all should be doing that off the dribble. Every day is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is a blessing that every day we wake up. So I believe that you should be thanking God. You should be thanking everybody that's in your life. You should be loving everybody that's in your life off the dribble. Like, I don't believe that's anything else. Sorry, y'all. God damn, I've been messing with this nose, cause bro, this shit been itching. Like, what the, man? I don't do coke. Don't. Oh man, I'm funny. But I'm not here to play that victim card, right? I'm just trying my best to give y'all the realness behind what it is to be a man and how much we go through and what we go through, right? And I guess the question will be, oh, well, what can we do? Is just be there. Just be there, right? That's sometimes all men need, is just to know that somebody's there. Like I said, the person that's in my life that knows me the best, that knows me the most, is my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, D. I know you're watching this. You know what I'm saying? Not if. I know you're watching this. Salute to you, bro. I love you. Appreciate for everything that you do for me in my life and how much you helped me grow to become the man that I am today. I salute you 100%, bro, for real. But that's the impact of it. See, even that aspect, people feel like you will be less of a man, and that's what's crazy about how much the stigma behind men are, where it's like we're afraid to even show the embracement to each other, the love for one another, because they feel like it's gay or it's weird, or you're soft now. Like, what the hell? That's one thing I love about Islam. Every single Muslim man that I've met, every single Aqid that I've met, we embraced each other, man. Love, like big love, hugged each other. You know what I'm saying? Full blown, like, hey, how you doing? People I just met, I'm saying I love you too, just out of the fact of just us being Muslims. Like, you feel me? Kevin Gates said it. He was like, Allah forgiving you, my Muslim brother. So right or wrong, I hide your flaw. We still gonna love each other. You feel me? Like, that's something that I truly believe in. Like, I right or wrong, I'm gonna stand behind my family, my Muslim brothers, because I understand that their intentions are pure. A good Muslim man. I'm not saying that all Muslim men are perfect. None of us are, right? Like, that's just the case behind it. But I understand their intentions are pure and they're trying to do their best, and they are working on their own flaws. So who am I to judge them? You feel me? But us as men, sometimes we feel we're so critical on ourselves, and then in turn, because we're critical on ourselves, we're critical of other people. And bro, it's just so much. It's a lot, y'all. It's a whole lot that goes into this shit. And I know I'm kind of, I'm cursing more often on this podcast than I usually do. So I do apologize to the viewers and everybody else that, what I'm saying. But this is just something that's real to me. And I feel a certain way about it sometimes. And I don't like the kind of the connotation or the notion behind this masculinity stuff, or I don't like having I don't like boys telling boys how to be men. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you have no idea what it is to be. You're not a man yourself, yet you still want to try to tell somebody how to be a man, and you're not even in tune with yourself. You feel me? I don't care if we let's take out man, woman, and he, she, it, them, they. Let's take out all of that, right? And let's sit here. If you don't understand yourself, how can you help somebody else? What are we talking about? If you do not know yourself, or you do not know how to help yourself, how can you help somebody else? Listen to what I said. You have to take the advice that you give, folks. That sounds so harsh. I understand that we want to help people out so much. We do. And I'm not saying your intentions aren't pure. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that your intentions are so pure that you have the right means to do something and you just don't do it. But I know now that in this world, people are more so visual learners than hearing it, because people tell lies and they're good at it. That's why actors are here. They act so much. That's why sometimes it's hard to even to really believe in the actions. You feel me? But words, bro, people are so manipulative and so deceitful that, bro, it doesn't work out. You feel me? You can tell them the truth. You can have, you feel me? You can read off a list of just evidence, and this supports that and that do that, and they're not gonna listen to none of it, bro, because look at where you're at. Look at how you are. Look at what you're doing. They're not gonna listen to none of that, bro. And it's so sad. And again, you probably have the rights and you probably have the means behind it. And you probably, what you're saying is probably factual, but man, you got to do it yourself. You feel me? You got to do that. You got to show them. You got to be the example. They got to see, damn, what he preaching is something right. There's truth to it. Feel me? Look at how he is. And again, it's just so tough out here, right? And y'all had to take a breath on that shit, gang. It's just, being a man, y'all, is something that is tough. And if you're not a man, you feel me, you never will understand this. But for the men out there, I know, I understand. Don't give up, y'all. Keep pushing, keep fighting, keep going to the end. The shit may seem dark, you may seem down in the dumpster, you may seem like there's no hope, there's no light at the end of that tunnel or anything else, but bro, keep fighting, keep going. It'll be okay. And I know that sounds so cliche, but I just know it will, because it has to be, right? It has to be. You just take it day by day. Take it day by day, y'all. You feel me? Don't give in to the demons that's inside of you. Don't give in to Shaitan that's putting those thoughts in you. Don't give in to the people that's talking behind you. Don't give in to that little voice in your head that's trying to tell you to quit and give up. Man, keep fighting, bro. Keep going. I understand that it's hard. I understand that people don't understand. I understand. I know that you're hurting deep inside. But bro, keep going. Don't quit, bro. You have so many people looking for you. So many people depending on you. You know what I'm saying? Find your why. It's bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? If it's only yourself, it's so easy to quit. My why, it's my family, bro. When I look at my son, bro, like, you feel me? When he comes to me and he hugs me and he tells me about his day, he called me like, hey, I'm having a terrible day right now. I gotta teach him. You feel me? Hey man, you're not having a terrible day. You're having a bad moment. You know what I'm saying? I have to teach him these lessons. You feel me? Get to a point in your life, like I said, my son, he hit me up, bro. He asked me one day. He said, "Oh, do you get mad or sad?" I looked at him, I'm like, yeah, you feel me? I definitely do. He's like, I've never seen you mad. I've never seen you sad. I've only seen you happy. And that's a beautiful compliment. Thank you, son. You're definitely probably not watching this right now, but in the future, if you are watching this and you're looking back at this, man, I love you, son. Keep going. You feel me? You're gonna be a great man. I know you will, son. I know you will. You're gonna be a great man. I love you to the death of me. Be better than me in all aspects of life. But man, y'all, like, this is the thing that you gotta find your why, bro. Find your why. You hear me? Find your why, man, in the world. If you're a man and you're watching this, or if you're searching yourself and you're trying to become a man and you needed some guidance or something else, like I said, I'm not perfect. I have flaws. I have things I need to work on. But I hope this helps y'all. I hope what I said and what the intentions behind it. Again, I always say that my emotions pour through this phone and through this camera and reach you on your end. But bro, please hear me when I say this, man. All the men in the world, y'all are loved. You feel me? Even when you feel like you're not, you're loved. And even if you're not loved, sometimes the love for yourself has to be enough. And it's sad to say, but sometimes the love for yourself has to be enough. Enough just for you to keep going, keep pushing. There's nothing else for me to really say about that, y'all. I know I kind of got really deep into it, right? It's different. Wasn't as much laughing and smiling and, you know what I'm saying, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Something that I feel like people are gonna hear and that's gonna affect them. So if you're a female that's watching this, right? If you're a woman and you're watching this, and I hope this helped you better understand your significant other, or help you understand men in general. I hope you can understand how we can grow as well, right? It's so many things. I'm not a woman or a female, so I can't speak on what it is to be a woman or what it is to be a female in this day and age. I do believe that there are some things that I don't look for in women, but that's a whole nother topic, y'all. They gonna hate me in the comments, but it's cool. Man, in the world, feel me? Take this, run with it. You know what I'm saying? Study it, learn it, do your research, try to become a better man for yourself, and become a better version of yourself to help everybody else around you. Like, he told me something. He said, self-love is love for everybody else. Self-love is love for everybody else. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.